Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to Sci-Finatics. Or if you happen to be new here, please don't forget to click away at that big red subscribe button and stay up to date with all those Star Trek news on YouTube. Today I'm talking to you about the new promo photos that have just come out for episode 13, the season finale of Star Trek Discovery Season 3, entitled That Hope Is You Part 2. So it seems like it's going to bookend. That was the part 1 was the first episode of the season. Part 2 is our last episode of the season. So hopefully it is a very satisfactory and worthy season finale to the show. We're going to have a look at these photos and see if there's anything we can learn from our final episode of Discovery Season 3. Let's have a look to start with at the synopsis for this episode, which reads as follows. As the Emerald Chain tightens its grip and the mystery of the burn is finally solved, Burnham and the crew must work with the sentient sphere data to retake the ship from Osara's Emerald Chain forces while keeping the Orion villain from destroying Starfleet Command and the remains of the Federation. Okay, so some interesting stuff there. It definitely says we're going to find out the mystery of the burn. I'm intrigued about that because we thought we'd already found out the mystery of the burn, which we were all kind of scratching our heads about a little bit and going, what? The kid had a tantrum and he made a shockwave and that was the burn? But maybe I'm hoping that that is a bit of a red herring and that the actual answer will be far more satisfying than a Kelpian child having a tantrum and causing a shockwave. So let's take a look at these photos. To start with, we have a shot of Dr. Culber. He's clearly still on the Kelpian ship in the planet, in the Veruba Nebula. He's got the whole Bajoran thing going on as he did in the previous episode. So there's clearly still a few scenes in this last episode with our, Culber and Saru and Adira, all in this Veruba Nebula planet, the holographic environment, whatever, on the Kelpian ship. And from the looks of our second photo here in our series of photos, Adira has changed her species, as everybody else has in this holographic environment, and she appears as a Zahian, which you guys might remember was the race from last season when Tilly met up with Poe, who was that crazy girl who was the queen of the planet, and they were big on science, and Poe was a Zahian, and it would appear that Adira is appearing as a Zahian in this environment. So it's always a bit of fun, I guess, to see our characters in different makeup. It doesn't make complete sort of sense, considering there are so many different alien races in this learning program or this teaching program that Su'Kal has on the planet. If the reason people are changed from Bajoran and Trill and to human and to Zahian and whatever else, it's like, well, there's clearly so many different alien species already in this program. So why can't everyone just appear as they are normally? It's like, it would have made more sense, I think, if everybody had appeared as Kelpian to not frighten Su'Kal, rather than all just appearing as slightly different races. It sort of doesn't really kind of make sense if you don't want to scare the kid, but yet everybody is a different race anyway. So it's sort of, yeah, it's the logic behind it isn't quite sound. Nonetheless, Adira does look kind of cute in their Zahian makeup. In our next shot, we have a photo of Adira and Culber, and I can't quite tell who Adira is giving a hug to in this shot because they're kind of partially concealed. Maybe it's Gray. We did see a shot in the trailer of this episode which showed Gray appearing as a Vulcan and not a Trill. So maybe I'm thinking that this is Adira hugging Gray in this holographic environment. Although considering that Gray is a figment of Adira's imagination, I'm not quite sure why the holographic projectors would make Gray a Vulcan. And we've got, Adira as a Zahian and Gray as a Vulcan. And Culber watching on as a Bajoran. So everybody's different. In our next photo, we've got a shot on the bridge of Discovery with the Discovery still in control by the Emerald Chain with Osara in command there. We've got Burnham looking a bit dubious there. We've got 3 Emerald Chain henchmen, all with phasers pointed at Burnham. And it looks like Sara is well and truly still in command here. In our next shot, we've got a bridge shot of the Discovery, obviously under attack. We've got still manned by Emerald Chain staff members. Sara in the captain's chair doing a bit of a lurch to one side, or maybe she's giving it a bit of a Riker maneuver there. And next shot here, we've got a shot of Su'Kal. He's got a bit of a bowl and he's got a spoon, maybe eating a bit of porridge or some sort of meal here, sitting by what appears to be a campfire in this shot. Hopefully our bridge crew of Culber and Saru can talk him around. He's sort of a bit like negotiating with a 3-year-old. He's sort of, a bit flighty and is a bit kind of gone a bit crazy living by himself for so many years. So hopefully whatever he needs to do to, let's get a bit of a reality check, let's face it, come to terms with the fact that he's the only one left and he kind of needs to leave the planet and come with our Discovery crew to get himself off this dilithium-enriched planet, which is causing some problems there for the galaxy. So I'm guessing they're going to be able to talk him around in this episode. In this next shot, we have Saru still appearing human. He's got a bowl of porridge or something too, so obviously both him and Su'Kal are sitting around this campfire. They're sharing a bit of a porridge or some sort of stew or something, and I'm guessing that Saru is doing his best to fill Su'Kal in on the blanks and to get him up to speed on what he needs to do, but do it in a gentle kind of way because obviously they don't want to shock him too much too quickly, otherwise he'll just cause another shockwave which will potentially cause another burn throughout the galaxy, which is the last thing they want. So yeah, hopefully Saru does a good job here of playing negotiator. In our next shot, we've got another shot on board the Discovery. We've got Zara peeking around the corner, looking a bit nervous here, old Zara is. He's normally full of bravado and gumption, but he's looking a bit timid here, hiding behind a console, and we've got a couple of the Emerald Chain stormtroopers there in the background. Interestingly, we also have Book there behind Zara. So does this mean Book is working with Zara now, or he's defending him in some way? It seems like Book isn't attacking Zara, which would mean to imply either Book is now on Zara's side, or Zara has moved over to join the Discovery crew, maybe. Very interesting. In our next shot, we've got Zara pointing a phaser at someone or something. He's obviously holding his left arm very cautiously there, it's, protecting it because it got pretty badly frostbitten on that planet when Saru and Tilly banished him off into the wilderness of the ice planet. So he's obviously only got one good hand he can use now. In our next shot, we have a shot of Aurelio, Sara's head sort of chief science officer, I suppose you'd call him. I wonder whether he has got any further to unlocking the control system of the spore drive. Let's have a bit of a zoom into the control panel behind him. It's all very Emerald Chain. Obviously, all the control systems have been switched over to Emerald Chain interfaces. It looks like whatever the interface is, it's highlighting the brain area of this person here. So yeah, maybe he's trying to unlock the means of controlling the spore drive by, I don't know, modifying his DNA or somebody else's DNA to do what Stamets did. We only have one episode to go of Discovery. It's kind of come very quickly. These short seasons, you blink and you miss them almost. But I'm glad at least we got 13 episodes in Discovery Season 3, unlike the very short 10-episode season we had for Star Trek Picard. Hopefully Discovery Season 3 will be resolved in a satisfying way. Hopefully we'll all be very pleased with the outcome. And it isn't too rushed, because we did get a bit of a rushed conclusion to first season of Picard, where a lot gets set up and it doesn't get resolved in a nice, neat bow like we would like it to be. Very exciting news, guys. I'm doing an interview with Doug Jones in a few days' time at the end of this week, the day after our season finale airs. So if you've got any questions you'd like me to ask Doug as part of this interview, please be sure to leave them in the community post I did, which was alerting you guys to the fact that that interview is coming up at the end of this week. Let me know if you're excited for this last episode, what your thoughts are. Leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out my merchandise at the merchandise page, or check out my memberships page by clicking that join button. I'll catch you very soon for my review of the last episode of Discovery Season 3. Catch you guys then.